Anyway, guys, I worked at the Texans flagship for a while, and I can't help myself sometimes. You see a topic, and you're like, well, how can I bring this back to the Houston Texans? So just let me do this, okay? It's going to be over soon. It's time for a little Texan spin zone.
You are now in the Texans spin zone.
Okay, guys. There were a couple of articles over the last 2 days that made me laugh. This was from Brian T. Smith. It's titled, "The Magic of Patrick Mahomes is Another Reminder Why the Texans Need a Dynamic Quarterback to Compete." Wait, really? I didn't know that.
Oh, it was Patrick Mahomes that showed him that, not the
entire history of the league over the last 30 years. Nope. It's good that we watched this Super Bowl. It's good that we learned this. The Texans should, in case you didn't know, guys, be looking for someone like the first player in NFL history to win multiple championships and multiple league MVPs within his first 6 seasons. That is generally what you should be looking for. Also, when it comes to Mahomes, a couple of interesting notes. There have been some narratives that have been put out there by NFL academics, I say that in quotation marks, that you need to win a Super Bowl with a quarterback on a rookie deal. Patrick Mahomes just won the Super Bowl, taking up 17% of the team's salary cap. That is a load of crap, the winning on a rookie deal. The cap inflates every single year. Every single year. The teams that have a lot of money can find ways around the cap entirely. Take a look at the Los Angeles Rams. They do not care about the salary cap. They don't care about picks, and yet they continue to extend people. How does that work? Clearly, Stan Kroenke has a ton of money, and he's willing to actually spend it. Credit to him, even though he did rob the city of St. Louis of a football team. You also had people that used to say this, like, you can't win the Super Bowl if you have the MVP on your team. Because for whatever reason, Kurt Warner in 1999 was the last MVP to win a Super Bowl. But he is the first quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl as the league's MVP and league's passing yards leader. So, again, guys, if you're the Houston Texans, you should be looking for someone like Patrick Mahomes. So Thank you, Brian T. Smith.
Patrick Mahomes, yeah, according to Brian T. Smith, the Texans should try to get someone who, like Patrick Mahomes, who, from the sounds of it, is the best quarterback in the league.
You should try to get the best quarterback
in the league.
Just you can.
Try to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Another thing we learned.
I hope Casario's listening.
Sean, I hope so too. Something else we learned from the Super Bowl. The Eagles, this is an article from Jonathan Alexander. By the way, I like both these guys. I saw the headlines. I get it. You're trying to think of something to write about with the Houston Texans after the Super Bowl.
I get that if they have to write another like draft-related thing, they're going to put a gun to their head. So
Probably.
Yeah, they had to.
They've been writing those for 3 months. And the game be the game, as they say in The Wire. Jonathan Alexander, headline, how the Eagles built NFL's best roster offers a blueprint for the Texans. So, yeah, the Texans should try to have a Patrick Mahomes, or they should try to have the best roster in the NFL.
Now, Paul, if you could choose, the Texans either have the best quarterback in the league or the best roster in the league, which one do you choose?
Well, the first one's more easy to get.
Well, the first one also just won the Super Bowl.
Right. Patrick Mahomes
2 days ago.
Grow on trees. They do.
Yeah, just get the best quarterback in the league. Come on.
There are a lot of teams that have good rosters out there that don't have a good quarterback, and the Eagles also happen to have a very good quarterback. So if you're making me pick between the two, I mean, having a great roster, awesome. But, I mean, as Patrick Mahomes even said in his speech, this was a down year for Kansas City, and yet they won the Super Bowl. It was supposed to be a down year for Kansas City.
They played 10 rookies in the Super Bowl.
Right.
And they won.
Seriously.
And, like, 2 of them are 7th-round picks.
They moved on from Tyreek Hill. Like, well, didn't matter. One last thought, as we talk about teams that the Texans should try to copy. It does feel like they're trying to copy the San Francisco 49ers right now, right? And I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think if we're being consistent with all the people that hate people trying to copy the Patriots, I think you should hate on trying to copy exactly any team. San Francisco's had a lot of success over the last couple of years, but I mean they are trying to replicate like the San Francisco way, if you will, here.